Hello guys, welcome to our show. Today we discuss about AI and content marketing, how to unite them because AI today it's a regular tool and can help and support content creation process to get much faster and better results. I'm so excited to discuss this topic with Chisom. How are you?
Hey, I'm Natalie. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We chatted a little bit because we record this episode on Friday to have the special feeling, and I check out a few studies. Uh, if you wanna get more money from your clients, from your boss, ask on Friday because of the hey, people have special feeling. Weekend is coming, so yeah, if you want to increase money, just ask on Friday. And I use this method. I procrastinate to send reports and something like this. That because if I do it on Friday, it's a big chance to increase payments and get more results. Chisholm, before we start, just tell more about yourself, experience, background, remind our listeners because we have new listeners and I enjoy learning from you. From our first podcast, you shared a video for my SEO course, so valuable. So before we start, just tell more about yourself.
Yeah. So, back guys. My name is Chisom. I'm Chisom Nwanonenyi. I am a blogger and I'm also an SEO specialist. I have over 25,000 students on Udemy. And yeah, I always love to teach people about different things happening in the digital marketing space. A lot of updates going on these days too. And I'm very privileged and I'm pleased to be the one telling you guys today about AI and content marketing.
Nice, nice. Okay, Chisholm, my first question about AI. Most content creators complain that AI is a rewriting tool, the best rewriting tool ever. Great grammar, looks great, but nothing special, nothing new. AI can cheat some tools that will show 100% uniqueness, but it AI can cheat people, who can find the same content, similar content in the top 10, and it's not creative. So, can you tell how to use it right? Because I see when content creators overuse AI, but I think if you use it right, you can get results. So, any tips about that?
Yeah. So one of the things about AI, most especially Chat GPT, since a lot of people these days that is what they use. It's free, and it's open AI. I know now they have a new model where you have to pay for certain things. But the AI, right, is that you have to always put in that human element in there. So as much as you might rely on Chat GPT or you might rely on Jasper AI or any other AI tool to do some work for you, it's very easy for it to get detected, but it can only work when you yourself as the human, you yourself as the blogger, decides to go in there and manipulate some things in there. So for example, it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to go use ChatGPT or Jasper AI to write a full 2500 word blog post. Anybody who reads blog posts often can tell that it was written by AI. So instead, what you want to use it to do is you want to ask it certain questions, like subheading questions. And then as it answers it, you go in there and use your own input. And you go in there and classify some things. For example, one of the major things in ChatGPT that is like a flaw in ChatGPT. If you ask ChatGPT a question and ChatGPT answers it in a certain format, if you ask ChatGPT another question, it's going to answer it again in that same certain format. So people can easily tell that you used an AI to actually write that. So if you go to a person's blog post, you might see words like furthermore or overall at the end of in ending a blog post. So anybody who's used to writing articles and things, they can tell it's AI. So there always has to be that human element. Think about the way you speak to a person and ask yourself, on a normal note, will I ever use a word like this? And then from there, you will know whether or not to rely on that or not.
Mhm. Can you tell how to craft these prompts? Because I remember when Elon Musk asked ChatGPT, and he shared his question on Twitter, and I spent like a few times to read his question to understand what Elon wanna get, and after that he started to criticize AI that it's dangerous for human being. He signed this letter, and it's interesting. Okay, if you have this mind, that's okay. You can feel like that, but when he got it that he can't change the evolution, he bought expensive equipment on Twitter to develop AI. So, in one day he criticized, in second day he decided to develop this technology. Interesting. Okay, anyway, what I've learned from Elon Musk, how he asked questions. It's not like simple question how to play guitar, how to lose weight. Yeah, he asked hard question, and ChatGPT gave this unique answer. Can you tell how to create these prompts, to ask the right questions to get unique answers?
So, for example, for us bloggers, and even for people too who create YouTube videos and things, you might have a script or an outline that you have to follow in order for you to in order for you to create your blog post and things like that, or your YouTube video. So, for example, in a structured blog post, a transactional blog post, like a list blog post, let's say you're talking about best travel companies and things like that. The first thing you're going to have to do is you have your introduction. Then you have a question. What is a travel company? That will have to be there. Then you have to then start listing everything out before you then go to conclusion and FAQs. So what you want to do is you want to get that down. You might want to do your own research, but now as AI is getting smarter, it's able to give you outlines for a blog post topic. But you want to get your own outlines and things like that. And then you then want to ask the AI the question, whether it's ChatGPT, Jasper, or any other content marketing software now, the question, but you don't want to ask it a direct question. So, for example, let's say you're looking for an alternative to Bluehost. Bluehost is a WordPress hosting site. So, and you have a list, you have SiteGround and you have OVH and things like that. You're not just going to go and ask ChatGPT, what is OVH? ChatGPT is just going to give you a definition. It can scrap from different outputs on the internet. So you want to ask very specific questions. How does SiteGround rival with Bluehost? And then when ChatGPT then gives you the answer, you read it through, make sure it's not giving you a bunch of repetitive words, because he can really do that. And then you want to take it there, make your own edits on it, and then add it. That's the way it works. So that is a way to prepare those kind of prompts. It's you doing it. So that's why I always say, as of right now, we might think AI is taking over. It's really not taking over. It's still a little bit not that smart. It relies a lot on us as humans to make certain interactions with it. You always need that same human element of preparing a script, preparing an outline before you go ahead and execute. That's how it works.
Nice, nice. I found that podcasters usually have expensive microphones, but when I look on your screen, I can see high resolution video. So can you tell what kind? Okay, just the question outside our topic, but to to satisfy my curiosity, what kind of camera do you use to get this high resolution in live stream?
Oh, so the type of camera I'm using, actually comes directly from my computer. I use a
Oh,
HP laptop. Yeah, it comes directly from it. The only difference is I'm sitting right in front of a place that has direct sunlight. So as it has direct
okay.
sunlight, it just pretty much reflects directly on me and stuff. I don't use any ring. I don't use a ring stand. I don't use an external microphone, because I found a lot of external microphones might have they might make buggy sounds. And then I just sit right in front of it, and I just make sure I face the sun, and the laptop faces you or the camera faces you. You face the sun, and then that's it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, to find the right place. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to the main topic. Can you tell how to find the balance between editing and generating on ChatGPT? Because for example, I keep writing myself. I love writing. And I can rely on ChatGPT. I played a lot with prompts, but I got it. For me, it's better to edit with ChatGPT because I can send this mess, this all my thoughts without structure, and ChatGPT can provide a good job, to
Mhm.
create the structure, to edit my context. I usually ask prompts like, please edit, but don't lose the meaning what I
Mhm.
am saying. So, can you tell your balance between manual job and automation with AI?
So the thing with AI, I also use AI too. I also use a Chat GPT for my blog post. So am I right? There's just as much. There's just a certain capacity to which a human being can think when they're writing, especially when you write a blog post almost every single week. So your mind might be. So I might type a thing like two sentences, then I will take that and go over to Chat GPT and be like, rewrite and expand for me, or I'll be like, expand on this two sentences for me, and then Chat GPT using its own, using what it can grab from different sources, it's gonna go ahead and add that up for me. That is much more different than a person just going straight up asking Chat GPT a prompted question, has now provided the content itself, and then relies on ChatGPT to pretty much create a post out of that question itself. So that is what really makes it different. It's the same thing too you do with your editing. So you go to ChatGPT, tell it, hey, don't lose the meaning of this sentence right here. Edit this for me and expand on it for me. And then ChatGPT is able, as I said, because it's machine learning, so it picks up, it learns directly from whatever from input, and then it then gives output, and then so it's able to then take from different sources, put that together, and help you properly edit your post, prepared in such a way that makes it look like an expert blogger actually wrote it. So that's the difference. One is in itself, you've provided the content itself, you've already gotten some parts of the content done, and then giving it to Chat GPT to do some work, and almost like proofreading and adding onto it. And the other one is just pretty much using Chat GPT as a way just to create the content directly and stuff like that, which is pretty much what a lot of SEO experts typically tend to frown upon.
Mhm. Uh, can you tell about creating the right content strategy for companies? Because I still see when companies replicate competitors, they check out how competitors get traffic. But your competitors might have their strong sides, their unique
Mhm.
selling proposition, and some topics are overwhelmed and overpriced. For example, if I write an article how to lose weight. By the way, I can't write this article because it's not my main direction. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's imagine I can create high quality content or hire someone else who can write this topic. But how I can compete with many other great websites online, especially about weight loss supplements. I think these companies cost like $1 billion. So,
Oh, yeah.
can you tell how to create the right strategy today if we have AI and consider that AI can help with content creation?
Oh yeah. So what you're gonna do with this, right? You're gonna have to prepare and ask yourself this question: what is the goal of the content you want to create? Because gone are the days where a person just creates a bunch of content so that Google recognizes them. These days, Google is now going more and more by specificity. So let's say you want to create a transactional post. Transactional posts are typically posts like list posts, like top 10 this or top 15 that, or things like review posts of a particular product or a particular service. Or you want to create stuff like an informational post, like how to post or why type of post. So you're going to choose it. Now, let's say you're a person who goes into the laptop space. If you go creating top 10 laptops under $1,000, the chances of you ranking on Google, the first page of Google, is very low because you're competing with places like PC Mag and a lot of all these other big companies that have been writing forever. They have a huge team of bloggers, and also they also do a lot of link building. Link building is still important in 2023. So this they'll also do a lot of link building. So that's difficult for you, and because your DA is also low. So instead, what you want to do is you want to be specific when it comes to writing on Google. If you're a new blogger, or you're intermediate and things like that, you don't have a lot of people on you don't have a lot of resources on your hand, you want to focus more on reviewing specific products or services. That way it's very easy for you to rank. That way it's very easy for you to stay on the first page of Google. So, for example, let's say there's a new weight loss product that came out last week and it's called Weight Loss 3.0. You have a better chance of ranking for it when you just write about, Weight Loss 3.0 review and publish it on your blog than for you to go put in stuff like top 10 weight loss pills. That's a difference. So you always have to remember the same structure. And yes, you can use AI to assist you in writing that post. Obviously, you're gonna have always have some knowledge of things by yourself. And if the product itself is new and things like that, the AI might not really have a lot of information about it, but you can always use it to not expand on a topic and stuff, just like we just talked about, in which you're using AI as a way to edit and expand rather than just generating a topic. So this is where AI can really assist you, especially if you're a person who's just starting out or you're a person who's intermediate, you don't have a lot of resources. You can create an outline for your blog post. You can give a couple sentences and then you can ask whether it's Chat GPT, Jasper, or any other AI tool to help you expand on it. And the AI will help you prepare an in-depth blog post that you can then publish and then can land you a better chance of ranking on the first page of Google.
Nice. I found that you are active with YouTube. You film videos on Udemy. So, can you tell how AI can help with video content creation? So, do you use AI to help with the process, or any tips how it can help?
Oh yeah. So with filming on YouTube or anything that deals with multimedia and things like that, AI can help when it comes to creating the scripts. That is where AI helps because I mean now I've even heard that there are new tools that new AI tools that can help you edit your videos. I know of an AI tool that people use to create videos from text and things like that. Pictures, I believe is the name, Synthesia and things like that. So AI can really help you when it comes to preparing a script. So you can give ChatGPT things like, "Hey, I'm creating a video on such and such topic. Um, what are things I need to expect when creating a video on it?" It's going to tell you. Then from there, you can then go ahead, take out a piece of paper or go to your Google Docs, and then you can then prepare your script and then ask Chat GPT to edit it or to expand on it a little bit so you can give people more in-depth things. Another thing you can use AI to do is to prepare your headings. So when it comes to YouTube and a lot of any multimedia platform, you need to have a very catchy title, and you also need to have an in-depth description. So Chat GPT or any AI tool can really help you create things like that will help you get more clicks, more views, and all those type of things that are good for you.
You unhided my secrets. Because I use AI to create these titles,
Oh yeah.
descriptions. I usually ask, please create 10 variants, and I can choose one variant. So yeah, okay, it's not my secret. Everyone uses. Okay, I have the question about creating non-boring content. It's interesting. For example, I check out data. 80% of users bounce videos on YouTube in the first 20 seconds. Uh, People read only 5% of all books. I mean, like the average data.
Mhm.
Bounce rate in website content more than 50%. So it depends. Sometimes even 90%. And I investigated why things happening like this, and in most cases, because content is boring. For example, if I take any book from Jack London, Hemingway, I can feel that I'm part of the journey. I can read this book, I can
Mhm.
enjoy, I can live on this book. I can forget about meal, water, anything about sleep because I'm on this book. I love it. But most business content is boring. When you take a new business book, uh, these books are great for sleeping. When you have problem with sleep, just read it before night. If you have problem, guys, you can save money with pills, medicine. Can you tell how to create non-boring content, in business niche in B2B?
Yes. So when it comes to creating non-boring content, you always have to think about the type of tone that is going to be used in it. So let's say you're creating a blog post. Writing blog posts in a professional manner and writing it in a way you will use to talk to people who are in a board of director meeting is not going to work for the average person who wants to read your blog post. You want to talk to people in a way that is exciting. So going back to the topic again of AI, you can go into ChatGPT or any of these new AI tools, and you can take your boring piece of content, go in there and say, write this in an exciting tone that gets a person to read it. And it's gonna go in there, it's gonna look at the words, it's gonna manipulate it in a way that makes it exciting, even for a 14-year-old while they're reading it, for them to stay on it. When it comes to YouTube content, in order for you to make it interesting, you have to add things like nice cuts, annotations, and things like that. So you might have to use. I know a lot of business professionals don't like using memes and things, but nothing. If something is trending at the moment, nothing stops you from just popping up a face of something and putting it back down. Doesn't stop you. Adding music in there also helps. You know,
Mhm.
not just sitting down and just talking directly with them also helps. So looking side to side and things like your camera facing you on the side like that, it also keeps people engaged. Nowadays too, when you have like YouTube shorts, you have people that as they're talking, they're having the text appear on the screen and things like that for people to read. That also helps. So yeah, your content does not have to be boring. You can use when it comes to blog posts, you can use AI to make it more exciting. And when it comes to video, it's all about you because these people are not yet used to listening to AI videos or watching AI videos just yet. So it's all about you and your own action and what you take. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's talk about another element that it's a must have in content creation: simplicity. When I open apple.com, I can see only iPhone, nothing else. Apple has many products: Apple Watch, MacBook, AirPods, but I only see Apple iPhone and a few words make difference. I don't know, something like this. But uh, when I check out other landing pages from small companies, they submit a lot of words, products, features, so it might confuse. And for example, I remember the first advertisement about airport when Steve Jobs created this airport, and the message was like 1,000 songs in your pocket, not 10 gigabytes in your pocket. Yeah, 1,000 songs. So, no, can you tell how to create such messages, simple messages that people understand, can imagine, because, for example, it's the same when I watch new presentation, BMW, a new model. I get the feeling I need to own this BMW. Sometimes I can't because it's expensive, but anyway, I have the feeling I need to, I want to have it, So can you tell how to create this feeling in your advertisement?
Oh yeah, one of the things you have to focus a lot on is copywriting. Copywriting
Mhm.
is very important when it comes to advertisement. It's very important when it comes to wanting to sell something, create a sales speech for people. So AI, as we're talking about, can really help you with this. Gone are the days where you're gonna go ahead, you want to just sell something as common as this pen, and then you're gonna go ahead and write, oh, contains blue ink. On the side of the body, it contains this and that. Nobody wants, nobody cares, nobody is going straight for that and stuff like that. With proper copywriting, you'll be able to convince a person in 2 sentences or less to buy this. Now, obviously, you might have a huge landing page of some other contents and things because you want to rank on Google. So you might have a lot of things like that. But when it comes to getting something done, selling something on the spot, the first 2 sentences itself should be good enough to convince whoever is looking at it to go right ahead and purchase. So this is where ChatGPT can help you. This is where Jasper can help you. You can go in there and say, hey, create, you're going to have to create 10 different catchy descriptions that can sell a pen. Let's say it's a pen you're selling, and they're going to give you different variations. You can then mix and match the different options that they've given you in order for you to then get the perfect tone to do it. And this is also to where A/B split testing comes in. A lot of A/B split testing when it comes to, so you can use things like Hotjar to track how people interact with your website and interact with words like that. Are they staying on it and reading it? and also looking at your Google Analytics and seeing how fast people bounce off without even having a lot of interactions with things like this. So I think what we're starting to see is that content marketing, especially on the monetized side of content marketing, is moving away from vanity metrics like traffic, like even sessions and things like that, and going more and more into conversions, goal fulfillments and things of that nature. So copywriting is very important when it comes to this. And as I said, the first two sentences, just like Apple does, has to be good enough to convince anybody who's looking at it to want to buy on the spot.
Yeah, interesting. Love it, love it. Yeah, I need to test it. To ask ChatGPT to provide this message in 2 sentences. Yeah, nice. Uh, let's talk about emotions. I see when content creators criticize ChatGPT, probably Jasper, I don't know, about that AI have no emotions or can't replicate human emotions, human touch. But you mentioned that if you ask the right questions, it can. So can you tell, because 75% of all customers' decisions are emotions. And I remember when I watch new presentation about Apple Watch. Now Tim Cook
Mhm.
shared this Apple Watch, and Tim Cook shared 3 stories how Apple Watch uh, helped different people. Now he didn't share features about this Apple Watch, how this Apple Watch great. You can find these features if you are tech geek, so on
Yeah.
website. But he shared 3 stories. And after watching this presentation, I got the feeling I need to own this Apple Watch. After that, I bought 3 pairs for me, for my son, for my wife, because these guys probably kill me, if I buy only for myself. But uh, anyway, he didn't sell me this Apple Watch. He sold me solution, that can simplify my life, improve quality of life, decide my problems. So can you tell about emotions, how to create content by touching emotions?
Yes. So one of the best ways to do it is do what Tim Cook did. What he did was he looked at examples of how Apple Watch had helped people. He looked at news articles and things of a situation where a person, their heart, I believe the blood pressure was going up and stuff, and then they were alerted that their heart was beating too fast
Yeah.
and things like that. He was able to use that to sell it. So what you want to do is you can go into this AI tools and ask questions like, find around to see how such and such tool had helped people get better. So, for example, let's say this pen. Find around how let me call this pen A. Find around how pen A had helped a person land a good business deal, had helped a realtor sell a $1 million home. Things like this help you build case studies. So when it comes to then using AI tools as a way to sell, as a way to bring out people's emotions, you have to go after what a lot of people tend to care about, which is health, wealth, relationships, and money. So if you can use the AI prompt, ask the AI prompt questions that falls under any of these 4 categories to find out how a specific tool, a specific service, a specific product, has helped a person get better, their wealth, their health, their wealth, their personal relationships, then then from there you'll be able to spark people's emotions. And I'm telling you, you will not be able to differentiate between a human's writing and AI's writing. You won't be able to differentiate.
Yeah, nice, nice. uh let's talk about mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes by creating content. I keep doing them. I don't know another way how to learn, because I think everyone starts from best practices,
Somewhere.
generic strategies.
Mhm.
Then we need to adapt to create something new according to experience, after acquiring experience. But I see 2 different ways. For example, Gary Vee, many other great experts can tell about consistency. You need to be consistent. I remember Jack London wrote a book, Martin Eden, about a guy who didn't have any education, but he overcame many great offers with consistency. He wrote every single day to craft his skills. But I see when people confuse uh, consistency and frequency, because today quality is key. Consistency doesn't mean that you need to write every single day. Yeah, no, sorry. You need to write, but it depends what kind of writing. For example, I found Brian Dean. He usually posts like one time a month, not a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what I found? He posted one time on LinkedIn that he writes plus 1,000 words a day, and he wrote like 300,000 words an year. So he didn't post this content on his blog. He can write emails, he can write many other stuff, but it can help to improve skills. For example, if you wanna become a great sportsman, you need to train every single day, even 2 times a day, 3 times a day. So can you tell how to understand frequency, consistency, and to find the right balance, what you can post and what can help to improve your skills?
Yes. So a lot of people, as you said, they tend to believe that with consistency is that the quality is going to be low and that things are not going to get better. This is the mistake people keep making, especially a lot of bloggers. A lot of people believe that if they just write once per month or they just write once per month on their blog and do nothing, then all of a sudden their traffic or their sessions are going to skyrocket. That's not what's going to happen. By you writing, whether it's once per week, once per month, once a day, no matter what, you still have to go on other places to write. That's why there's something called guest posting. You can go over to another blog and write a blog post for them and link back to yourself. That's going to help you rank. So you can also do things like appearing on podcasts like I'm doing right now. This is another form of consistency. This is another form of creating content. So you can also do another thing too, like creating a YouTube video. So things like this will help add everything up. It's like a person that works out. If you work out just one time a week or one time a month, you're not going to see any results. But if you work out consistently at least 3 to 4 times a week, that is when you start seeing the results. So, and by working out, it doesn't mean that if you just work out 3 times a week, you're going to see the result. Doesn't mean the days you don't work out, you're going to sit on a chair, you're going to eat a lot of junk food, and then you're going to see the result. That's not what's going to happen. It has to be an everyday commitment to it. So anytime you see the opportunity to promote your blog post, to promote your content, to talk more about yourself, you have to take advantage of it. That is a part of consistency. A lot of people believe consistency is, I'm just going to write a blog post every day. I don't have that type of time. I have a full-time job. I have kids and things like that. No, it means you can write one blog post a week, but every other day that you don't write a blog post, you're either promoting that blog post, you're either going out, appearing on podcasts to promote the blog post or promote yourself, you're creating a YouTube video and things like that. So it's an everyday thing. It's not a one-off thing. In order for you to grow your skills, you have to continuously appear and put yourself out there and grow your own leverage, be your own leverage pretty much.
Nice. Okay, I have the question about your strong side. For example, we are talking about marketing, and I spoke with 500 marketing experts on my podcast, with Neil Patel, Rand Fishkin, Fabrice Canel, many other great marketers, and I found all of them have their strong sides. Because today it's important to focus on specific direction. Can you tell what is your strong side and what is your ideal customer, which can help most value from you?
Yeah. So my major strong suit today is more content creation and content optimization. And it's things like, on-page optimization, figuring out the structure of your website, figuring out the structure of your content, and also local SEO. I'm also very into local, because when I started my SEO journey, it was really from optimizing Google business profiles. Before it was called Google My Business. Before then it was called Google Local. Obviously, I'm keeping up with this. Google business profiles. and figuring out how to rank people's uh, Google business profiles in the Google Map Pack, the three map packs and things like that. So my major strong suit is really on-page optimization and creating proper content structures. And yeah.
Nice, nice. And I have two questions left. Uh, you know, I want to ask about your experience because I found that I usually get good results with customers who understand SEO. If they don't understand, I tell them, take my course, learn from that, find stuff on YouTube, on Google, just learn, get the basic. When you have the basic, we can cooperate like a cohesive team. We can have goals, we can unite our goals to
Mhm.
go ahead. But if they don't understand, they usually ask, please, I need SEO traffic. What kind of traffic? How this traffic can help? Because I don't care about traffic if this traffic doesn't sell. I
Yeah,
need
exactly.
sales in the end. So let's imagine you started from scratch. You didn't create any course on Udemy. You have no 25,000 students, whatever. You have no YouTube channel. You one of the students. What will you do today to learn more about SEO?
Yeah. One of the things I'll do first is I'll go straight to YouTube. I'll go on YouTube and I'll type in search engine optimization. What is it about? And then I'll start watching the videos as I can get it. And then I'll go to Google and look at SEO tools. Then I'll see things like Ahrefs, SEM Rush, Uber Suggest, and things like that. Then I'll go into each and every one of these tools and look at the type of blog post that they'll write, because a lot of the blog posts they'll write will be related to what they're offering, and start looking at it. So let's say if I'm a realtor, for example, I then might now go to Google and type in things like realtor SEO and see best SEO practices for realtors, because as much as SEO is generalized, there are certain specific things that might work for specific industries, especially when you start going more in depth into local SEO and things like that, like citations and all those things. So I'll concentrate a lot on educating myself using places like YouTube, educating myself using places like Google. And then if I then want to expand my knowledge a little bit, maybe just a little bit more exclusive content, then I'll go to a place like Udemy and look at a piece of content, or Skillshare, and look at a piece of content there to expand my knowledge about SEO, and be will and also prepare a timeline that I'll use to learn and I'll also use to implement, because without implementing, your learning is a waste of time. It's like a person reading books on how to drive or watching YouTube videos on how to drive, but never actually getting in a car and driving. So I'll have to implement it myself for that to work. Yeah.
I agree. I think overlearning only hurts because
Oh, yes.
if you overlearn, then you have no time to act or less time to act because acting provides results. Doing
Mhm.
something provides results, not learning.
Mm.
Learning needs to show the door. For example, if you learn, you know what kind of door you need to open. But
Mhm.
the rest depends on acting. How you can go to this door, how you can find the way that actually works for you, because digital marketing SEO is huge, so you need to find your direction. And
Mhm.
my final question about the future. Can you forecast what kind of future will be? Because we have AI today, and it's like revolution. Bill Gates said that the yeah, because AI is related to evolution. And I
Mhm.
don't remember exactly his examples, but he told more about when he created Windows, that AI is related to that, but I don't know. So it depends. I'm interested what kind of future will be in SEO, because we have Bing that created chat on search. Google is going to create or even have this chat. Bart, it's called Bart. So your prediction about the future?
My prediction about the future is more and more people will get very used to AI, to the extent where Google might start looking at Google will start focusing on things that they know will be less AI automated. So things like link building will get more and more important in the future. That's how I see it. Because you can create content with AI today. You can do a whole lot of creating titles, metas, and things like that with AI. But one of the things that is still lacking, the human touch of going ahead and emailing a bunch of people that you want to write on their blog post, things like appearing on podcasts, creating, getting featured in top-notch publications like proper press releases, Haro outreach, and things like that. It might be able to be scaled up with AI, but people themselves choosing to interact with it is a whole different story. So I believe that Google will start rewarding a ton of um, blog posts and content that do a lot of link building and outreach, and will also, as I said before in the last podcast, they'll also reward a lot of video content as the days come by, because people still, well, because when it comes to videos, people still want to watch people. They're not yet okay with watching a robot tell them what to do.
Nice. Thank you, Chisom. It's a big pleasure to get on my show
Yeah.
to learn again from you. I enjoy your sharing on my podcast, on my course. Uh, you are so kind to share all this value. So tell our audience the best way how to keep learning from you, how to follow you, how to reach out to you.
Yeah. So if you need a free SEO audit, you can just head over to successtechservices.com. I'll be more than obliged to help you with that. And if you want to follow me on YouTube, you can go over to just type in my name, Chisom Nwanonenyi, on YouTube, and you'll be able to subscribe to me on there. I put out content, a lot of list posts every single week. And then also, you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/successtechservices. So yeah, you can just go on there, interact with me. I'm always very open to teaching you guys new things. I'm always very open to working with you, helping you. Always available.
Nice, guys. You can find the link to YouTube, to LinkedIn, and website in the description below. Listen us on Apple, Google, Spotify. Thanks again for your time. Love it, especially on Friday. I am so grateful to get all
Yeah.
these skills on Friday. I have time to consume all this data because you always lead me to an emergency room when I need to spend time, to learn about that, to think how to implement, because it's not about learning, as you mentioned, it's more about execution, how you
Yes.
execute the stuff. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for listening and watching us.